I've been buying and selling video games for over 20 years, and it has allowed me to build my dream collection of Pokemon cards, video games, and consoles that I've wanted ever since I was a little kid. And as a kid, there was no better place to find all that than Toys R Us. And I have great memories of going to this local Toys R Us, buying Pokemon packs, and ripping them in the parking lot. But my favorite part of the store was the video game section, where I spent hours exploring with my brother and playing the newest Nintendo games on all of the kiosks. I honestly enjoyed going to our Toys R Us even as I became an adult. That is, until it closed forever. Fast forward to today, I'm still playing and collecting, and now I'm lucky enough that it's a big part of my business. I get to purchase and unearth awesome collections and show them to the world. But never in a million years did I think someone would recognize me at a grocery store with a video game collection to sell. And a piece of that was an original Nintendo Game Boy kiosk. Now this is a collection piece I would absolutely dream of having. It was there that we made a plan to go to his house, tour his collection, and try to buy the Game Boy kiosk. So we have arrived, and I'm here with Gary, who we met at Meijer,
Yes.
which was awesome, and you were like, I'm the guy with the Game Boy kiosk.
Yeah.
And I am super intrigued by this thing. This is beautiful. Gary, I don't know if you know, but one of my ventures is to try to collect every Nintendo handheld ever made.
Okay.
So that's been kind of the last couple of years I've been working on that, and it is a huge project, massive venture. And this, I got to hear the story on this. How did you get it? What's it from? It's a beautiful, beautiful piece.
A friend of mine worked at Toys R Us, and Toys R Us was getting ready to close and all that. And he knew I collected video games, and he said, I got a present for you, and he brought this over.
No
and
way.
I will say from probably 2003 to 2005, it sat on our kitchen counter and always had Tetris going on it.
No way.
Yeah.
So this thing has a story. Now I'm noticing Game Boy Pocket.
Yep.
Tell me the story. Like, they converted some of these, or?
Yep. So as far as I know, this Toys R Us got a kit to add the Game Boy Pocket to it, but it was originally in store at Toys R Us with the original Game Boy. So all the stickers, the Toys R Us received a kit.
I see.
To update the stickers and then the system. So the reason I think you have this case over it is because the spot there was made for the original Game Boy.
So this straight out of straight out of my Toys R Us.
Yes.
My childhood Toys
Yes.
R Us, the dreamland where I bought like all my Pokemon cards, all my handhelds, everything I bought there. So that is crazy. Is this just like a tube TV in there? What
Yep,
we
we've got like an old school CRT monitor, and I don't know if you want to do it probably later or whatever, but it's a clamshell, and I had, when I first got it, I had a friend of mine locksmith the lock, so it
Nice.
opens this way, so
love
when
that.
this piece comes off, then this piece opens up.
Okay,
And
nice.
what I would do is I'd unscrew this to switch the games out. But I took the Wario Land 2 out of it and put Tetris in it, and family and friends would sit and play Tetris on the counter at our old house.
If it's not obvious, I really want this kiosk. But because it's so rare, it's gonna require some serious cash. And before my visit, Gary shared his asking price of $4,200, which might make sense, but I'm feeling hesitant to jump in and buy it. But as I think it over, Gary wanted me to look at the rest of his collection to see if there's anything else I might want. And I'm hoping I can make some deals on some other items to buy and sell to hopefully offset the cost a little bit on this kiosk.
So one thing I brought out just because it still had the box, again, bought this probably 96 or 97.
Wow, okay,
Whenever it
man.
came out. I played a lot of the Comic Zone on it. I played a lot of columns on it, probably.
It's the original Nintendo Switch right there.
Yeah, so it ate batteries. I did have
Yes.
a cord that powered my Game Gears in this, but
Okay.
it's one of those things that I have the box, and I hate to say where I'm at right now, emulation is a lot easier than
Sure.
making sure all this stuff works.
Yes,
So
these can be finicky. That is a clean box though, love
Yep.
that.
So there's that. I pulled doubles of the Pokemon Santa Cruz blind bags. So I've got two Charmeleons. So I know you're into the Pokemon stuff, so
Oh,
I brought
for
that
sure.
out.
Love
These are the original display cases
Dude,
that were at KB Toys.
That's got me pumped up. That is awesome.
I have those. They're in real good, clean
Straight
shape.
out of 1999 right
yes.
there. Let's go.
And then I have the same for the Final Fantasy VII, but again, that box is pretty dinked up. And then I'm a local artist in town, and I wanted to make sure you had some stuff to take away, so I got you one of my prints of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pieces.
That is so cool.
And this was made from the original artwork that I used to make these guys.
Look at that.
So, and then I also have some other random little art pieces that I've done.
So Gary, my fine motor skills never really got developed. So seeing stuff like this, you being able to do that just blows my mind. I couldn't even fathom. Look at that Gyarados.
Yep.
My son's favorite Pokemon. That is so cool. So yeah,
it's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
So
you mentioned that you actually have a couple of murals like in our city.
yes, yep. If you get a chance to check them out, there's one on the art center. It's a giant pink flower cat head, and then on the side of the old Horrocks there is a koi fish mural. This is one of the early prototypes for that mural. So
oh wow,
it's all spray paint and straight edges, and
That's
then
so cool.
There's a big version of it on the old Horrocks building downtown.
Well, let's continue the journey.
This is my storage and all our hockey stuff side, so I tried to pull everything I could out of here. And then this side is my art studio gaming hangout.
And here we are.
So I pulled everything out back there. I was telling you I'm hooked on the Famicom stuff right now, so.
Tell me about this, studio / gaming hangout.
Yep, so whenever I'm not doing my normal work, I try to create art. I got the weird old school kids table. My daughter sits down here and we make art together, and I paint, draw, play games.
This is a great hangout spot. I'm definitely digging the pegboard here with some of this stuff. You got Bucky O'Hare, Masters of the Universe. What's your favorite IP that's on the wall here?
Crystar, because this is my Game Boy, I guess. That was a toy line that came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they've actually started to remake. I don't have any of them down here, but they show up in the Marvel Legends figures occasionally.
Jesse, have you seen these?
I have. I do a lot of toys, collectibles, action figures. So it's like so much of this stuff. I obviously enjoy seeing it, but it's in my wheelhouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Crystar is my favorite. I would also say Vehicle Force Voltron. A lot of people don't realize that when the U.S. brought it over, we got the Lions, we got the vehicles, but there's a bunch. They're just repurposed Japanese things. So we threw an American name on it, like Transformers. That was somebody's idea to bring a bunch of stuff together, and all of those toys were separate toy lines in Japan. So
Power Rangers was one as well.
Yes,
yeah.
So
Gary, I'll be honest, I always thought it was Crystar.
Yeah.
So Crystar, I'm changing my pronunciation from now on.
Occasionally I'll do artwork for local bands or anything. So I do pixel art. I do the Pokemon.
That's a band shirt right there?
Yeah. Yep.
That is sweet.
Yep.
Oh, that Alakazam is fantastic.
And then these guys are pretty cool. They rotate. That was for an art show. This is probably all Sega. These two are my favorites.
Oh, Toe Jam in a row.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I should have all the boxes for all my systems.
That's my original one, the red.
Yeah, that was the one I played the Gen 3 Pokemon on.
Okay.
ColecoVision and Television.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, the Pokemon Yellow there.
That was...
Oh, yeah, the green,
yeah,
which we never got. I love that box.
So I was going through one of my boxes, and I have an unopened version of this that I sold to the card shop, and they're like, Chase will love this. And I was like, can you put me in touch with Chase? And I felt bad, but they're good guys. I've sold some Pokemon cards. I've sold, I think I've sold some Sega Saturn stuff there.
But this is to Frankie and Clayton.
Yes, I love them. They're good guys.
Yes, so they are.
The closed Neo Geo Pocket that you purchased from them was mine originally.
That was okay. Did you actually play one of those originally?
Yes, I love that.
Wow.
That when I was in high school, that was the system that I guess the rich kids had, and the Neo Geo and the Neo Geo Pocket. I don't know if you remember. That's one of the consoles I don't have, but that thing was chunky, and those cartridges are huge. They're like books.
Oh yeah, giant Neo Geo for sure. The AES console.
PS1.
Oh nice.
Again, I've sold some of the pricier stuff, and I think there's some Dreamcast in there too.
You still got Tobal #1, Resident Evil 2, Vandal Hearts.
I think I've got the Suikidens too. Those were some of my favorite games to play.
Oh, nice.
Most of these boxes that I've kind of put in my art painting space are games. Some of it I'd let go. Some of it I just got out to show you. This guy right here.
Something crazy.
Okay, so this is the crazy thing.
Look at that. Just pulling out an Earthbound. Baller right here. What's the story behind that?
Favorite game. Bought it from KB Toys and
I love
played
the
it.
game too.
Played it all the way through in one sitting. with pause, and I slept in a beanbag chair for 3.5 days. So started playing Saturday night, didn't have to work till Monday. So
Okay, so what about Earthbound got you glued to it to that level? Because I love it too. Some people don't really get it.
yeah, JRPGs are my favorite genre.
Okay. Yep.
This was the first one that wasn't fantasy and was like everyday real life.
Quirky as ever,
yes,
the conversations and stuff. Okay.
The fact that the parents seemed separated and you call one on the phone and he helps you with money, the other one makes you food.
Yeah,
but again,
it's so interesting.
Very interesting game, connected with the characters, the visuals, and I think I was already making pixel art back then, but this is the game that made me fall in love with pixel art.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's so cool, and it's kind of changed. I mean, this and other inspirations have like changed the trajectory of like what you do in your free time consistently.
Yes.
For years. And as you can see, Gary is an absolute legend, and he has some really awesome stuff to look at, but he wasn't sure what he was willing to part with. So I decided to find a few items that he for sure doesn't want anymore.
I'm iffy about Pokemon stuff because I love Pokemon.
Me too.
I collect the Nintendo black box games and stuff. If I have more than one, I'd probably get rid of some of it. So I think I have a handful of the advances. I guess if there's stuff that you really want, we can set it aside and chit chat and
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. We got those
and then
programs
this
too.
stuff goes. Some of this goes way back. So then we get into weird systems.
Oh man, yeah, that's different.
So all the
sports games.
different Pong
Oh,
variations.
the Telstar, seen that one.
Yeah.
These are empty boxes. It seems like Gary's got the games in various drawers or whatever, but these boxes are in amazing condition. Look at this. Really clean. One of my favorite boxes ever made right here. That Metroid Classic NES series. That thing is minty. Minty. Look at that Link's Awakening. I bet you that still has the thing on the manual. How did I know it would? Still attached. You don't see that every day. Normally people ripped it off.
Some of the older stuff I had, or was family stuff that I played at other places, most of the Nintendo On stuff is either from when I was a kid or friends when I was a kid. So the stuff that's in real good condition is mine from it being a kid or young adult or whatever, college.
Okay, a little third-party screen for that.
This is always a cool one, I think.
The IntelliVoice. Did that actually work well?
It sounded like the classic computer voice. Intellivision's
There's a Master System.
And I think these are just Colecos, and the Coleco,
Nice, that.
the Fairchild Channel F.
Oh, that's the Channel F. I think I've only seen one of these like once.
The Bally, one of the earlier ones.
Yeah. Oh, TI-99.
Yeah.
Moon Ranger, the black cartridge. That's definitely not one you see every day. Pretty pricey one too. You got Bomberman, Kirby's Adventure, Ninja Gaiden 2, Adventure Island, Bible Adventures. There's that Metroid for that box we saw. See Street Cop, Mickey Mouse Page, Batman, TMNT. PS1 Twin Shock, just a giant 1v1 fight stick.
Yeah.
Okay, Turbo Graphics.
I don't know if I've already said favorite system. Probably my favorite system just because of the hue cards. So to me, that is by far the coolest game format they've ever made.
Okay, favorite game on the Turbo?
Air Zoink. Yep, Air Zonk.
Okay,
Yep, that one.
Nice.
I'm a big
I've heard
fan.
That's good.
Big fan of JRPGs, but also shooters where you power up a person, vehicle, plane, whatever.
Oh, heck yeah.
And to this very day, I don't know why Alex Kidd did not do as well as Mario, because I think that's another unique system too.
They just had to make the fast blue guy to succeed, apparently.
Yeah. And it's weird, I don't think they made a version of the Fast Blue Guy for the Saturn.
Is that right? Yeah.
I don't know if there is a Saturn. I was hooked on Knights, the little flying...
Yeah, Nights into Dreams.
Yes,
or whatever.
yep.
Yeah. Maybe Sonic R on Saturn, yeah.
But
There's not nearly
I don't
as
think it
many.
shipped with it. I don't think...
No,
I don't...
Certainly not a just Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, not many. That's interesting. No wonder that system didn't do all that well.
Just just stuff from over the years, more in television. I get a kick out of this a bunch because this was on Jason Momoa's store in the Minecraft movie.
Oh, yes.
So it's just one of those things.
Some wild accessories.
That was the marble.
The marble bag?
Yeah.
You got marbles in there too, or?
I think it's this thing.
Okay.
And it held them and distributed them, but I don't know if me and my wife ever played the game.
Okay. Yeah, I thought the marbles were cool. Nice.
This is probably the best binder I have, and I think there's some good stuff in here.
There you go.
It's not first edition, but it's the base set. I think that's full base set.
Oh, nice.
Full
Just
base.
a complete base set chilling.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We go into other stuff.
Base
I
set
think
2.
Yeah. Yes, the first edition.
Oh, there you
dark
go.
cards.
So you got the hollow and the non-hollow.
Yeah.
And the Dark Dragonite.
Yep.
Plush Raichu. Dang. That was a good page of Pokemon right there. Ooh, the Blastoise.
I don't know where the shiny Alakazam is. I put him in with my magic cards because I used it as a token for Commander or something.
Okay.
But I know it's around, but
Nice.
those are there. I think this is all Japanese cards. This guy might be pricey, and these two might be pricey, but everything else is
Likely,
pretty
yeah.
much just Japanese. And this one I've picked apart. I think I sold a lot of these to the card shop.
Is this stuff that you want to...
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pokemon cards, definitely. So however you want to do, whatever you want to think about,
Yeah.
and we can do multiples, you know, we can focus on one if you want to come back another time or whatever you want
Okay.
to.
Well, I would say like the area I'd like to start is just if all the Pokemon stuff's available, we could start there.
Yep.
This is probably the bulk of the value, but there was some good stuff mixed into these too. So certainly with the Rockets first edition, I want to look at those a little closer. I think it's a complete base set, Fossil and Jungle,
Or bits and pieces of
or at
Fossil.
least close to it.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Because there's a chance that I pulled out, so like these guys may be in my other binders, or I may
Oh, I
have
see.
sold some of the stuff.
Now, were these like, you've had these for a long time?
I opened them in the pack and put them in there.
Craziness.
In fact, with the thing that makes me really sad is with the base set Charizards, anytime we pulled a Charizard, he'd give us another box.
Really?
So when I was buying base set, we'd go sit in the car, open them all, put good stuff in binders, and if we pulled a Charizard, we walked right back into the store and he'd give us another box of base set.
Like trade it? Like
Yeah,
or
he'd be,
just
the Charizard's
straight up?
his, he'd give me another box.
Oh, wow. Have you had time to kind of think about what you might want for the
Card-wise,
card-wise?
I know, like, just if you didn't take anything else, but if you were interested in like this and, you know, these guys, I've thought about that a little. I was thinking for this, and I guess that he's not worth much if it's not the shiny. Probably close to $1,000.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because this one, whatever one's the hollow, it fluctuates so much.
It does.
At times it's $1,000 by itself, but other times it's $300.
Yeah. Jesse also does a lot of Pokemon, so I invite you into this. Jesse, I have my thoughts, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on hearing that.
Do you think he's right? You know, especially the first edition Dark Dragonite. You got a better look at condition than I did, but if it is packed to binder, it's going to be clean.
Yep.
And then even the other base, you know, first edition holographics all usually carry good money. That's going to be $150 plus card.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Even some of the other ones like Dark Raichu, again, 100 plus. Especially because these all seem to be in really good condition overall.
Right, yeah, that's definitely a factor. Okay, the cards are insane. Jesse, this is the stuff that we like.
Yes.
So what's going through my head is like, okay, condition. He said $1,000 on like the Team Rocket first edition cards, which I think is pretty reasonable. Like Charizard, if it's like a PSA 9, I think goes for maybe 8. I don't know what it goes for. PSA 8, maybe 800.
1,000. Yeah,
maybe
8 to 1,000
in that range. That one, obviously, if it graded well, like his price is really reasonable. But there's just that question of they're in a 3-ring binder, and that Charizard was on the inside slot. I don't know if you noticed that. So that indent of the ring.
Yes, it is a possibility.
Is very possibly on the card.
There was a base set, Jungle, Fossil. There were some base set 2 cards, not necessarily the hits, and then there was a lot of first edition. You know, the first edition.
Yeah, all the Rockets.
Yeah, Dark Charizard,
Raichu,
Raichu, everything.
So there's those, and then there was a little stack of first edition, just kind of commons and stuff. But that helps. And then we had the Burger King cards and all that. So it's kind of hard to know how to make an offer on something of this without having a ton of time to really evaluate. But with what we know, where does your head go on where like an offer where it's fair to him, it leaves some room, That's kind of where my head's at.
I'm thinking probably if you're around $2,000 or so, I think it's a safe play.
Yep. That's kind of where my head goes. It makes sense. And then there is kind of the wild card of some of the extras with the marbles and different things. It's like some of those are worth a little bit, some are pretty worthless.
Yeah, there's individual marbles where it's
Yeah.
like there's Charizards, there's Blastoise, there's Chrome ones, there's clear ones.
Right.
So, and we didn't even look through the bag to know what marbles are there.
Exactly. So are you comfortable with me going in offering 2?
I think 2 is a safe bet.
Okay, let's do it. I guess my head goes to like right around 2,000 for the collection of Pokemon. Factoring in pretty close to 1,000 on what you mentioned. And that wasn't factoring in a ton for these, a little bit, just because I know they'll be in little lots here and there.
I would keep that one then. I would be leaning towards, so these guys are up here. These aren't included.
Those are not included in that.
We're talking
just those, just what's up here now.
This is the Pokemon lot.
Yep, yep.
If you could do 2,300, maybe we run into each other and you're like, I picked one up for $100, it's yours kind of thing.
Yep.
If you could do 2,300 and just keep me in mind to get me a stack up in the future.
Okay.
And again, that I would never hold. I would be, oh, Chase is horrible. He never got me a stack up.
Yeah.
It would just be that extra bonus down the road in the
Sure.
future. So I could do 2,300 in our little fun. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay. That gets me to wondering what you were thinking on those little Pokemon displays upstairs, the red and the blue.
Oh.
Those are gonna be tough to value because there's just not anything out there for them. But
I was thinking originally somewhere, this is a wide range, I was thinking somewhere in between 40 and 60 a piece.
okay.
But do you want to say 2,400 with those 2 boxes too?
So I would say like, I probably had these factored in for 100 in my offer, so
Okay.
I'm kind of at 1,900,
Okay.
and then you're at 23. But
Could you do 2,200 with the things upstairs?
that gets me more intrigued. If you threw in the Final Fantasy one as well at 22,
Yep.
then we got a deal.
All right. Do we have to
2,200.
shake on video?
Let's go. Let's go. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair for you and gives me a little bit of room, but
Yep.
you know, beautiful. And then these, so I just looked up price charting. This is right about 50. This is 50. This is 170.
Okay.
So that's full market. These are in good condition. So I would give you 100% on these.
Okay.
$50 a piece. This one, if you could do like 150, so just $20 under market value, because the price was at 170.
So
I'd be at
250.
250 total.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that good with you?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
And I don't normally pay 100% or
Nope.
basically just the condition.
Yep.
I think they deserve a premium. So with $2,650 spent, we need to make our way back upstairs to try and make a play on that Game Boy kiosk. But before we talk price, I need to try and buy the other items he has here.
Clay and Frankie, we're gonna give me 200 for the Neo Geo Pocket or this.
Either one.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I wanted 400, but you got it for 400. So,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, I see this go anywhere from 290 to 5. But it's
Okay.
usually bundled with one of the others, and I know because if it was Charmander or Charizard, but it's the middle, but I'd like to get 200.
It's the teenager, as I say to
Yes.
my kids. These never came with cards or anything, right?
Nope, as far as I know,
Okay.
all the packaging, they were blind bags, and I regret not buying them all. I bought 4 of them from, is it Zoomies in Kalamazoo? You were only supposed to be 1 per customer, and the guy he didn't tell me that. He's like, you can buy them all if you want. And I was like, really? And then when I got up there, they were like, oh, I was like, dude already told me I could buy as many as I wanted, so.
Okay, so 200 on that. What are you thinking on that?
I was thinking 4 on that.
Could you get to like 500 together, basically?
What did I just say, 4?
So you're at 600. Take 50 off each one, or take 100 off of that one.
500 for both? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. 500, and now this. I've never seen one of these in person.
Yep.
So when you texted, I didn't even know where to begin. It's something I want to buy, and you mentioned your asking price was $4,200.
Yep.
So how did you come up with that? Where'd you kind of?
So Funny story. Funny story. So I've been researching it over the years, and it's one of those things, you know, we've chit-chatted a little bit. All my collectibles are becoming technical debt to keep them running. You know, if the basement flooded, it's destroyed, you know.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I definitely want to get it to somebody that would appreciate it.
Okay.
So over the years, I just scour the internet. Every 4 or 5 years, we get a new video or a new post. Has anybody seen one of these? I think over the last 2 years, somebody actually got the specs and 3D printed a littler version so you could so you could hold it. But I have seen anywhere from $270 in 2008 to probably $15,000 in random auction type. But I don't see old sales on eBay. And again, I think the newest video I was telling you I saw was either right before the new year or right after. One of the YouTubers that takes stuff apart and refurbishes it bought a broken one for a whole bunch of money. It didn't even work. So he's got a video out there rebuilding it.
I see.
So long story short, it's only worth what somebody pays for it.
Sure.
Or wants to pay for it.
Yep.
And I wanted to go to a good home. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the book, the ultimate answer to the question is 42. So I said I'd throw 4,200 out there.
Okay. So with that, my question is like, do you have wiggle? I'm interested. Like, what's the lowest kind of cash offer you could do if I were to leave with it today?
I definitely wiggle room. Okay. You're passionate about handhelds.
I am.
And I would
sure
love
am.
to see it on YouTube. I'd love to be part of your story. Wiggle room, maybe 3,600 is the lowest I'd go.
Okay. So that kiosk, $3,600. I'm on the fence. That is a lot of money to pay. And I don't know, I feel like that's truly Gary's rock bottom. So the once in a lifetime aspect of it has me like wondering, should I do this or should I not? I don't know what you think, Jesse.
One of the things I was thinking, you mentioned that came from your local Toys R Us that you went to as a kid.
Yes.
So the chances of you know, younger Chase playing that exact kiosk are pretty high.
That's actually a really good point. Like, Game Boy Pocket was my first console that is literally now converted to a Game Boy Pocket kiosk.
So you probably had your hands on that kiosk as a child playing whichever game was loaded up.
Jesse, that's I probably played that very Wario Land cartridge that he showed. I don't know, man. That's crazy to think about. For $3,600 to get a memory and attachment like that, I feel like it's once in a lifetime. And for that reason, I am definitely going to shake on that.
Oh,
thank you.
It's going to a good home.
I am so excited. The deal is settled. I bought the kiosk, I bought the cards, and I actually ended up trading Donkey Kong Jr. Math from my little Game Boy fanny pack for the Santa Cruz Charmeleon skateboard. So that worked out pretty well. We got to get this thing back to the barn, show the crew, and see where it's gonna land, because we gotta do this thing justice in my collection. So I've got it set up in its final resting place. Guys, come on in and check it out.
There it is.
Let's go. Now this is the moment of truth. We gotta see if it still works.
Oh, it's Tetris?
Yeah. Tetris is in here. I also got a Wario Land cartridge. Yeah.
This is so cool.
Too bad.
This reminds me of like old, just
That's
like the
really
tabletop arcade type stuff.
You wanna have a go at it, Sky Guy?
Wow. This is cool.
So this particular kiosk is special because this came from my original childhood Toys R Us, the one just down the road from here.
Oh.
And there is basically a 100% chance that I played this exact kiosk as a kid.
Let's go.
To buy my first handheld ever, which is the Game Boy Pocket. And this thing right here is probably the kiosk that inspired me to go for completing every single Nintendo handheld ever made.
I feel like I should
changed the trajectory of my life, led to me reselling video games for a full-time living, hiring my best friends like you guys to join me in this venture. So this kiosk changed your lives too. Like
wow.
This thing basically started it all, and it's now back home.
That's
where it
so
belongs.
cool.
Wow, we just need to, we need to stop playing it.
I know, I kind of don't want to touch it anymore.
We just need to call BGA to get a acrylic case for it.
Yeah. This thing is a piece of history, and it's crazy that it's here now, truly. Like,
Somebody else.
Wow, so this is older than Skylar?
give it a rip, Nolan.
Yeah.
Right.
And
How do I flip it? How do I flip it?
Yeah, this is older
Oh,
than
I think
Sky.
there's
Pause it.
There's two buttons.
Alpha, this thing is actually probably older than you and I as well.
Wow, so who's looking better?
Chase, this kind of opens up a fun can of worms, the kiosk realm. I know we've gotten some in the past, but I think maybe we should go for this one. What do you think? Should we show Chase? What?